How's it going, you beautiful sons of guns? My name is the Dapper Saint, and welcome to Nostalgic Nugget. Now, this is a series I've been looking forward to for quite some time now, and considering the fact that midterms are finally over for me, I can introduce it to you guys. To give you an idea of what exactly Nostalgic Nugget is, I need to paint a picture for you, so close your eyes real quick. You are at the ripe age of 5 to 15, and your parents and or guardians are taking you on a journey to the grand land called McDonald's. You embark inside, and you traverse the lands and find a menu that you've never seen before. And on that menu, you see the chicken nuggies. Chicken nuggets have a distinct taste to them, something that you can always remember no matter how old you are. And that's exactly what this series is about. Kind of feeling that old nostalgia in old nostalgic games. And I think there's no better way to start this off than Oblivion: The Elder Scrolls. We're going to jump right into this, and just FYI, this isn't exactly your haha funny kind of series. This is kind of a one-on-one commentator to audience kind of thing, and it's kind of embarking on a journey with one another, so expect a lot less editing and more just commentary based. With that being said, let's jump right into it. I'm going to keep quiet during this part because I just want to enjoy this.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
God, it fascinates me how much of a difference there is from like what we had back in the day and like what we have now. You can definitely see the age just kind of seeing that intro right there. I'm gonna try to talk and chew bubblegum at the same time while doing this and just make a basic character. But yeah, even the video itself that they made with the CGI, it's not even HD, and it's kind of crazy how much of a difference we have nowadays. Heck, every single time I see that though, it just puts chills down my spine. And I've seen it probably, a plethora of maybe 15 times. I played a lot of Oblivion back in the day, and something you may not know about me is the fact that this was my first RPG I ever played in my entire life. And it was all based off of an accident, even. My brother essentially decided to buy this for me because of the fact that he thought I enjoyed the game, or at least watching him play it. Even though he got that mixed up with something else. The game I liked that I was watching him play was a game that was like I think it was a top-down, and Oblivion is definitely not a top-down game. Why did I give him green eyes? Oh, is that green? And green is kind of off on this. And we're just going to name him Buddy. Nice and baby face. And God, the potato faces. I actually haven't seen this, like, the skin or complexion of these guys in a long time. Just because the last time I played Oblivion, I think I just modded the heck out of it. Heck. Oh, okay, God. I completely forgot about that. For the record, what I'm kind of confused about is I was trying to jump earlier and it wasn't working, and I completely forgot that the game has it default as E, which is insane considering for PC and keyboard and mouse overall, universally it's considered jump as space. I've never seen another game like that, but I think that just shows you the dating of this game, considering this was like back in 2006. So yeah, wow. That is actually something I completely forgot about. In fact, give me one sec. I'm gonna go get a controller. Ah, okay, that's much better. Okay, cool. Wow, this... Oh my god, I can already feel the nostalgia hitting me. Just the physics that you can hit these things and touch them and everything like that. And then the guy over here that always yells at you and calls you an idiot.
Snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks.
It's actually funny. I think even if you're his own race, he still, like, insults you.
Let's see you.
Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You know, I learned quickly that that's actually the truth. They will most definitely kill you if you don't get away from them.
Won't get hurt. Prisoner, stand away from the door. Over by the window now.
Alright, don't worry, I am.
No sign of a stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not...
You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
I'll do it my own way. That's one thing I love about the original games, or just Elder Scrolls overall. They do a really good job of setting you up for, like, just building your own character. And this was one of those things that was absolutely mind-boggling to me, because I had never seen that before. As I said earlier, Oblivion was my first ever RPG I ever played, and I never had this expansive world that I could just free roam and do whatever I want and build my own character in. The only game that I could think of that was even close to that was the Knights of the Old Republic, and even that I never got super in-depth into, and I never really understood much of it until after I got into Oblivion.
Close this one. There's no way to open it from the
Oh, those dated smoke effects. I love it.
Stay out of our way.
It's actually really weird watching this game in like buttery smooth FPS, because I think this is actually going over 30 frames, which is something that wasn't possible back on the day when I was playing on PlayStation.
the Emperor.
Oh, okay.
Protect yourself.
The captain's down.
Oh, and there it is. Yep, every single time you always get that sword. Actually, I'm pretty sure she can survive. It's just it rarely ever happens. All right, let's get into third person, because I'm the only person in the world that ever actually plays third person. Easy enough. Also take the short sword, because you're gonna actually keep that. It wasn't until I think my second playthrough that I realized you could just steal her stuff, but it is nice because it assists you and you get a little bit of bonus too.
Don't worry, son. You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
And there they go. And this is where our journey begins as a player. It tells you how to play the game and all that. Oh man. And you're given the introduction to two little rats. Easy enough. Not too big of a deal. But I will say, actually, my first time playing through this, I actually felt kind of scared. The atmosphere in this game still lives up to this day, and it kind of gives you this foreboding nature of, like, the unknown. Just even, like, looking in there, like, I never wanted to go in. And usually the brightness on my TV was relatively low anyways, so it just added to that extra addition of fear factor, you know? It's funny, because for the most part, I almost remember where everything is. Like the bow and the shield over here, and other things like that. Ah, and this is the introduction to lockpicking. I feel like this, one of my... Oh. I forget you actually hold to block in this game. Honestly, as far as it goes, the gameplay pretty, like, stands up still to the test of time. There we go. There's our little adventure starting pack. Nice. You know, it's actually funny. I've played this game so many times, and I never truly learned how to do this properly. It's something to do with the speed at which it stays up there, from what I understand, and I never figured it out. Unlike actually like hacking terminals in the World of Fallout. Speaking of World of Fallout, it blew my mind the fact of when I learned that this was made by the same people as Fallout, as I had no idea exactly what that even was at the time. And when I first started playing this game, I think it was when Fallout 3 was actually like published. So it's crazy how I happened to stumble upon this game, which kind of led me down this path of different games I enjoy and love, without even realizing it. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have got into Fallout series at all, because I would never have known the RPG series. And I would have had any reason to pick up Fallout New Vegas in 2010. Easy peasy. Is this where the armor is? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. I knew exactly where it was. The iron set of armor. If I recall correctly, I think there's a little bit more somewhere else too. I'll have to figure out what that is. One thing to also note is that it kind of threw me off when I learned that you had to do things such as actually take care of your armor in this game. Again, this was like completely new stuff to me, and I didn't even know about that kind of stuff beforehand. If I recall correctly, we're running up on the thing that always used to scare the living hell out of me. And it wasn't these guys, it's that guy over there. Yep, there he is. I'm gonna let them enjoy this little fight. I don't know what it was about it back in the day, but again, I think it was the atmosphere and just the absolute, hey, you didn't kill all the rats. Come on, let's get this. You're just gonna... Alright, cool, I'll take you down. And you guys aren't actually aggressive, right? Yeah, you aren't. You're expected to just run off away from the guy. As I was saying, that zombie used to scare the heck out of me, honestly. It took me a few tries to get through the tutorial of this game. And bear in mind, I wasn't even 10 at the time. So this was like considered scary in my eyes, to actually be a part of something that had this just kind of eerie atmosphere to it. I just got a notification that my health was running low. I'll get to that in a second. As I said earlier, I had no idea how to do this for the longest time. So literally what I would do when I get to this lock right here, and I think I actually would like autosave and then load several times because I just didn't know how to lockpick, I would just click auto attempt until it worked. And there it goes, yeah. Because the game gives you a decent bit of lockpicks at the start of the game, so you don't really have to learn how to do it. But yeah, that's just something I remember vividly about this. Come on, you son of a gun. Oh, God. Oh, I think I know what's about to come up. One of my favorite parts that made me rage quit the game so many times in the past. And that is the goblin introduction. You see, the thing is back in the day, I didn't know about a key component of the game. Because bear in mind, this was very new to me, as I said earlier. And one of those key components was magic. You see, I would always die to the goblins, not because of the fact they were too tough, but because I would just run out of HP. I ran out of, healing potions, I didn't have anything else, I just drank them all. And that was that. And then when I ran into the goblins, I just had no way of defeating them. It didn't matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't beat them with sheer strength. And it made me angry, and I rage quit a few times actually playing the tutorial, because I never thought to click, I think it was R1, to change over to your spells. And when I first saw this, I was like, this is a thing? Wait, you can use spells? I can heal myself? It was an explosion of a brain moment, because I had never seen that before, honestly, in the game. And again, this comes down to kind of like just this new layer of depth for me. I'm actually going to try to sneak up on this son of a gun. Let's take my armor off. We'll put the basic armor back on. I will say though, the first time I ever killed one of these guys, man, it felt good. And it is so much easier nowadays. There's a 5 or 4 times modifier? Wow. I don't remember that. Then again, I mostly just played as people with big hulking weapons because I thought that was really fun. Oh, I can already see what's about to come up. We're about to go up down a hill and there's going to be logs. Yep, there they are. Just going to push these and there we go. See you later, buddy. Ooh, is this the goblin lair, I think? Yeah, there's like a shaman in this room and a few other guys. Come at me, buddy. Let's go for a ride. How do I charge hit on this? Yeah, you just hold it. Okay. The combat still feels pretty decent, honestly. I remember vividly actually playing in the gladiator arena in this game so many times, and I just got super used to actually the meta would be like to block, hit, hit, block, hit, hit, block, hit, hit. It became very simplistic, but at the same time, it was really rewarding when you killed something that was stronger than you. Let's do some spell casting like a true Breton. Come on, buddy. Let's fight. See, if I go this way and then I turn, you can dodge anything in this game. Yep, see? Ooh. Gotcha. There we go, finally. Just gonna take that, and I'm gonna take what else you have on you. May I just say that it took me so long to figure out a few things like the dragon skin ability and stuff like that. Like, it threw me off when I noticed that there was stuff that you could only use for like once a day. And nowadays, now that I think of it, it reminds me a lot of D&D. I wonder if they actually took a reference to that. And reunited at last. Yep, there they are. I should turn on subtitles real quick. There we go. That should help a little bit, considering it's probably going to be rather quiet. Considering, again, this is kind of more commentary based. Oh, here they come. Okay, wrong way.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He might be working with the assassins.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
You know, it's kind of weird, but I can kind of like
understand why
feel the audio quality difference from what we have nowadays in comparison to back in the day.
How can
I don't know how it works for you guys, considering you're probably hearing it through a speaker. But like, if you're wearing a headset or something, listen to that because it sounds like muffled to some extent. I've learned a decent bit about like audio quality recently since I've been getting more into YouTube. So it's something I never really noticed back in the day.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
Even if it isn't the bestest of audio quality, it still sounds great, because the voice actor behind it is awesome. I will say, despite the fact that there is a decent amount of people that are like voiced by the same exact person, and if you've played Oblivion, you know exactly what I mean. The audio quality is still pretty good. The voice acting is decent enough, even though the actual like speaking to one another and the actual dialogue, not up to par. And again, that was something that was kind of almost revolutionary at the time, though. When you think about it, you rarely kind of see these interactions between the like basic people around the world, you know, and it really added to the world building sense of it. And there's what I usually choose, the warrior, of course. It's a very basic one, but it's what starts me off almost every single time playing Oblivion.
Your stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades.
You know, I never noticed the fact that it actually says your like your sign, the warrior stalwart. That's really interesting, huh? I just wanted to say this on the side. If you're a type of person that said they didn't pick up the Mythic Dawn hood and instantaneously put it on your character, you're a goddamn liar. And here comes that moment that we all remember vividly. The death of the Emperor. This moment that's about to happen and come up soon is something that made me visibly frustrated back in the day. Because I had never like had this happen to me before. Where like I couldn't actually stop the inevitable. And I actually tried several different times, and I looked it up even when I got into PC and all that. Like, could I save the Emperor? And in the end, you know, you really can't. It doesn't allow you to. Oh, and...
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
And here it comes. Yep, can't stop it. I even, one of the first things I did when I finally got this game on PC, because I ended up buying this game on PC, and a plethora of other games as far as the Elder Scrolls and stuff like that on PC goes. In fact, now that I think of it, I bought, let's see, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and Skyrim all on PlayStation 3 at first, and then I proceeded to get them on PC when I could, because I got super into modding later on, and yeah.
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced archer. Am I right?
Archer? What do you mean, archer? I have no skill in archery at all. It actually chose archer. That's weird. I wonder why that is. That's something I don't remember at all. Maybe it's just because of the fact that my archery skill at default was higher than everything else. That's something I should have checked into. Huh. Anyways, I love this aspect of it because it allows you to kind of make your own custom class, which was essentially just an amalgamation of the different ones. I think it ended up being like warrior and a few other things. Conjuration was so cool to me back in the day. I absolutely love the aspect of like conjuring it up or like some sort of creature to help you fight. In fact, looks like we'll have Sir Skillingsworth with us pretty soon. And we have made the Adventurer class, which was really weird back in the day to be able to actually make your own class for me. But again, this was kind of like a revolutionary thing for me. You know, when I say that these games kind of have a sense of nostalgia to them, and that you don't kind of forget about them, I really mean it. The other day, I was playing D&D, and when he was kind of describing the sewers to me, I instantaneously thought of like Oblivion. There has never been something more memorable as far as like a sewer area as this one right here. That's such a weird thing to like remember, but at the same time, it's just so vivid to me. Oh, I love that. Just the and they just instantaneously slump. One thing I never really understood back in the day, but I kind of have a better feeling for now, is kind of the alchemy side of this. When I got to PC, it made a lot more sense, but when I saw these unknown effects as a child, I was like, well, what's the point of it if I don't know what it is? And it's like, just shove it into your mouth and you'll figure out it eventually. And this is the moment I've been waiting for this whole time. One of the main reasons when I wanted to start up Nostalgic Nugget, first thing that popped in my head. We're just going to skip that. There's a good sense of world building when you come out of such a dark and decrepit area and you're just introduced to this beautiful sky and this like massive world for you to explore. That is something that I can never forget about this game. And every single time that I like would embark out of that sewer area, I would always just take a moment to appreciate this. And it's so memorable, everything about it. Over there, I'd always run into mud crabs. And over there, there's like two different bandits. I think one has a shield and the other one has a bow. It's just, you just can't forget those kind of things. It really is humble beginnings, the fact that this is a game that sent me down the path that I am in now. And for that reason, I am so happy that I could actually have this little moment with you guys, honestly. I think this is a great place to end it off. How do I kind of like... As I said, that's where we're going to end this off. I am so happy I took the time to actually play this game after so long. It's been, what? Back on my old PC years ago. Probably, maybe before I even graduated high school. And that was the last time I ever even played this game. And again, checks out. Oh, there's the head crab that I was talking about. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'm so happy that I could have this moment with you guys. Hopefully this comes out well, because I do want to do more Nostalgic Nugget in the future. And again, pardon me if I'm not the most talkative. I'm trying my best, because just doing only commentary and adding my opinion on certain things is a little bit harder when you're on camera. Either way, add some feedback in the comment section if you want to, and thank you so much for watching. As always, stay dapper.